And for more now on the Pope's visit to the United States and his speech at the United Nations, we turn live now to our correspondent, Bianca Perez. Hi, Bianca. Tell us more about the Pope's speech today in the UN. We understand that some of his messages were interpreted as anti-capitalist. What has been the reaction there?
Hi, Regan. How are you? Yes, after his speech at the UN, a few media outlets and a few people have spoken out. They do believe that, some of the things that were mentioned during his speech can be labeled as anti-capitalist. He mentioned throughout his speech the trickle-down theory. He opposes this theory. To explain a little bit about what the theory entails, it's essentially that by making the rich very rich, the wealth will eventually trickle down to the poor, making them rich as well. It is a very old theory that is used in capitalist systems, and this was something that he condemned, and a large portion of the reason why people were criticizing him. However, a lot of other people believe that there's not a better time for a message like the Pope's to be given to the UN. He spoke of equality, he spoke of justice, and right now with the situation that has been occurring in the U.S., the economy, a lot of people here in the U.S. want change, and they were very excited to hear that the Pope is being a voice for that, and they were hopeful that his message will be heard and it will be applied in the future here in the U.S. So although some people did criticize him and label him as anti-capitalist, a lot of the general public was very excited to hear. It was a breath of fresh air for some, in a way.
Definitely a Pope of the people, after all. What about his meeting with the immigrant families in Harlem? What did he speak about, and what do you think the significance was as it ties in to the immigration reform issue?
Yes, so after his speech in the UN, he went to his school in East Harlem, and he met not only with immigrant families but with some students as well. So it was a mixed crowd, and his speech there was about immigration reform. It was he read a book to the children, or he told it in a story way so that they would understand a little bit the significance of immigration. He spoke of how immigrants can make the society stronger in a way that would make the children understand why they are an important aspect of society. And it was something really relevant because, as we all know, there's a very large immigration reform battle going on here in the United States. So the Pope's message comes in a time when it's critical. The immigrant families felt very touched by his message. They identified with him as an immigrant himself, and they felt that it was great that he would bring this to such younger generations, so that the little children that were present at the time were able to understand more of what immigration entails and how immigrants are important and should be welcomed to the United States, and open their minds in that sense.
Bianca, do you know what's next on the Pope's agenda?
Yes, the Pope will be leaving for Philadelphia tomorrow morning. He will be arriving around 9 a.m. in Philadelphia. He will be having a mass, and in the afternoon, he will be parading down the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, where people will get an opportunity to catch a glimpse of him, as they have in the two other cities, New York and Washington, D.C., which he has previously visited. He will then be having a meeting in the evening. He will visit the Independence Mall, and this will be attended by 50,000 people who have tickets to enter this. And it is expected, it's important to note, that he will be speaking on immigration there. The population in that area particularly is a lot of immigrant families, and he will be addressing those issues there, and it should be a very significant speech, to say the least.
Bianca, I can't tell you enough how much I love what you're doing there. Thank you so much for following this story. I hope you get some rest. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Regan. Have a good weekend.